No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 98. Cooktown, Mets 549. Two vigilant heads up scanning for errant drivers blocks later. Karen and Paul arrived at the intersection of Hope and Savage where they jagged slightly right before turning left onto Savage Street. I'm going to check in with Balloony, Karen said to her husband. Z can get things moving forward with a little army and check in with Joey. Excellent, Paul replied. I was about to suggest the same. Plus, I'd like to be in telepathic rapport at least with Balloony and preferably with your friends Lizzie and Edward as well when we arrive home. If we're arrested, or should I say detained, I'd like to have eyewitnesses concerning what happens, though I'm 100% certain that anything Balloony transmits telepathically is currently not admissible in court, he concluded dryly. Dry, adjective, of information, writing, etc., dealing primarily with facts and presented in a dull, uninteresting way. Pollyanna says we'll be fine, Karen said with false confidence before adding, Balloony, have you conferred with her compatriots or Joey yet? Pollyanna is the title character in Eleanor H. Porter's 1939 novel Pollyanna. She is someone who always tries to look on the bright side of things. Compatriot, noun, a fellow citizen or national of a country or cause. Only in the literal sense with the Dixie crowd. The Bordens are visiting the Pies and reached out to me to facilitate communications, but I explained we three had been busy breaking my chains of bondage. I promised I'd get back, but I haven't, Balloony replied. However, I literally just connected telepathically with Joey, and we're in rapport now. Seems she's currently being interrogated by a man named Pierre Cochon. I'll patch you in telepathically, but only in listen mode. It's essential that we don't distract her during her interrogation. She will be unable to hear anything you say, but you'll hear her and her interrogator, Balloony added as Joey's consciousness became available to our cook-down couple. With Balloony's telepathic rapport established, Karen and Paul heard and saw what Joey did, and what they saw was a small, windowless room where Joey sat on one of three uncomfortable steel chairs facing the back of a computer that sat atop an otherwise barren steel desk. Cochon, a muscular man with close-cropped hair, sat facing opposite her, his arms crossed in front of him and face fixed in an unwelcoming glare. A one-way mirror dominated the wall behind her glaring interrogator. With Balloony's establishment of an ears-only telepathic link with Joey, Karen and Paul heard the unfamiliar man's voice condescendingly ask, Suspect none of Joey, the conversation being instantaneously translated from French to English for the Australians via Balloony's power of telepathy. Condescending, adjective, having or showing a feeling of patronizing superiority. No, Monsieur Cochon, Joey replied. Dr. Rosier became one of my mentors at university early this year, and we often meet away from his office. Don't try to play me for a fool, mademoiselle, Cochon answered. We know he received emails from foreign nationals asking about his top-secret project, and we know he responded to them. We also know that he tried to cover his tracks by responding with an emphatic no, said no being a ruse, as you well know. I do not know, Joel shouted. Dr. Rosier is my mentor, not my friend. We are friendly, and he provides me with guidance academically. He does not confide in me as an equal, and certainly not as a conspirator. We meet on campus and off campus at various hours. There is nothing illegal nor inappropriate about any of it. Discussing top-secret projects is most definitely not only inappropriate, but also illegal, Cochon said with a shrug. Everything points to Rosier discussing said top-secret project not only with you, but with foreigners as well. This morning you met Rosier at La Rayon Plaza at 8:30, and the two of you shared a phone call at a public phone. At 8:44, the two of you conversed with the same people from the same public phone, and these calls were to someone in Australia. You do remember sharing a phone call with Rosier on the plaza this morning? Cochon asked. Regardless of your memory, after hanging up, you left the plaza and proceeded to your apartment. It was at your apartment building that our delivery truck picked you up and your mentor at 8:57. Now, he said with a big smile, based on what we know, it is obvious that you are involved with this matter. The question is, are you a co-conspirator or merely a pawn? How we proceed is dependent upon your actions as well as my judgment concerning your previous knowledge. So tell me, why were you going to your apartment? Joey, Balloony telepath, I'm confident I can clear you 100% and Rosier nearly the same. My tracker is no longer functioning. May I speak to this Kushon through you? Please, I can fix this. Joey said to Balloony, one moment, inhaled deeply, then said aloud to Kushon, Dr. Rosier and I were heading to my apartment in an effort to deny access to a man who has created a counterfeit Revion 2. Dr. Rosier learned of this counterfeit via the first phone call. Pausing, she telepathed Balloony, all yours, don't get me thrown in a secret cell somewhere. On it, Balloony replied telepathically to Joey before using her voice and saying aloud, we were heading to my apartment in order to deny access to the foreign agent while also allowing Rosier to track the rogue balloon. That's where we were headed when you swept us off the sidewalk.